Panasonic Lumix S1H is a rather expensive camera. I'm talking about body only. It's also pretty bulky, heavy. It's a quite large camera even for my bigger hands. So if you're wondering who's ever gonna buy this, there are a bunch of reasons why to buy this camera. First of all, it's one of the first cameras that can shoot 6K video, full HD video up to 180 frames per second, which gives you an awesome slow motion video. You get a 10-bit color gamut, Vlog, you have a bunch of manual options to adjust, flippable screen, and did I say that it also shoots awesome images? We got S1H in a kit with a 24 to 105 millimeter lens that has stabilization and a constant f4 aperture. It's the most versatile lens. The packaging of the lens and then of the camera is good equipped, which comes with a high price. Build quality is also on a high level. It's resistant to harsh weather like heavy rain, and it's sealed. Also, it has a fan inside that cools it, allowing all of these advanced functions. This is not the first Lumix S1 we had in our hands. While this one is for video shooters, we previously had S1R that is intended for photographers. Both record video and shoot images, but S1H is more video oriented. Body of the camera is quite large and bulky. I have slightly larger hands, so this may not be noticeable in the video right now, but here's the Sony a7 III, which is very small compared to the S1H. Not only is it smaller, it's pretty much lighter. Canon 5D Mark IV is much larger than the Sony a7 III, but still it's smaller than this Panasonic. Out there in front of your clients, Panasonic will certainly look impressive because bigger is better, right? But in practice, using a small Sony is a big advantage. As of now, there are no Sony or Canon cameras that offer the same capabilities as the S1H in terms of video, so Panasonic has a great advantage. I primarily mean 6K video, full HD super slow motion, 4K at 50 or 60 frames per second with 10-bit colors. Okay, enough of specs and theories. I took the camera outside to the sun to see what it's like to work with it, and later to see what videos and photos from this camera look like. Since it has in-body and lens stabilization, which means 5 or 6 axis stabilization, I immediately tried shooting in hand without a gimbal. While other DSLR and mirrorless cameras will have shaky picture when handheld, Panasonic looks just awesome. When I add software stabilization or warp in Premiere, it looks like this. I don't know what you're shooting, what type of video, but this Panasonic doesn't need tripods or gimbals as much as all of its current competitors need gimbals and tripods. And those competitors do not shoot 4K at 60 frames per second nor 6K. When I started using it outside and I didn't mind that it was heavy and bulky, I got used to its dimensions right away. Since this camera has both optical stabilization on the lens and in the body, so it's a 5-axis stabilization, and it also has a fully tiltable screen. It should be ideal for vlogging, so let's try out how good it is. I can say that this is the first professional camera with very advanced capabilities that offer vlogging without a gimbal. The S1H can take raw photos in 24 megapixel resolution. I took a few photos and as expected, they were awesome. With 24 to 105 millimeter lens, I was surprised how close it could focus, up to 0.3 meters, which is great for a lens of such a wide range. This rotatable LCD screen has a 150% higher brightness than the previous Panasonic S1R and GH5. It's touch sensitive, it's very large, and at 3.2 inches it offers 2,330,000 dots, which means slightly higher resolution than Full HD. The screen is rotatable in multiple directions. maybe even too many directions. In any case, this is an advantage over the competition. And aside from the LCD screen, S1H also has an electronic viewfinder which gives you properly exposed image, but also this small high-resolution OLED screen will serve well in bright sunlight where the LCD screen may not be visible. Another advantage for professional users that record video is the ability to record on 2 memory card slots simultaneously. It supports UHS 2 type cards that have dual pins and offer significantly higher write and read speeds. S1H has everything you will need regarding connectivity. There's USB 3.1, which offer transfer speed about 650 megabytes per second. HDMI can transmit 10-bit image with 422 output, so you can record 1 billion colors on an external recorder. Also, there is a microphone slot and a headphone jack. Wirelessly, you have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth supported. You can charge the battery in the device or you can use the external charger you get with the camera. This battery has a huge capacity and it's much larger than Sony or Canon batteries. Finally, those who may not understand what 6K video means in practice, here's an explanation. So the S1H can capture full 6K video at 24 frames per second, but in 3:2 aspect ratio. It can also record 5.9K, which is almost 6K at 25 frames per second. This means that you can zoom in 6 times without losing quality of the final video that you deliver in Full HD resolution. It can also shoot 4K at 60 frames per second, meaning that the final video you want to deliver in Full HD 1080p quality can be slowed down by 50%. It looks like this. And with that slowdown, you can still zoom in up to 4 times in the image. Trust me, this is powerful and it gives you a lot of space to play in the editing. If you want extremely high image quality, more precisely 10-bit colors, the S1H lets you shoot 4K or even 6K in Vlog. This is like a raw image that you can pretty much edit regarding colors. You can add lots to it and similar. Basically, it means that you can shoot TV commercials and do film production with this camera. Least but not the last, Full HD 1080p video at 180 frames per second lets you capture shots that will make super slow motion just from a few seconds of the video. Look at these particles in the air moving slowly. I tried only a few slow motion examples, but the application is unlimited. And also with the high ISO sensitivity, even having to be at 1/100th of a second shutter speed is no problem. At the moment, you can not use a huge variety of lenses for this camera since it's a new mount. It didn't exist before. Panasonic didn't have full-frame DSLR or mirrorless. But I don't see that as a problem. This 24 to 105 is a pretty awesome lens with a constant f4 aperture. It has stabilization. Also, the body has stabilization. You get a 6K video. If you're wondering what do I need 6K video? Well, to get a final Full HD video with a 6K, you can zoom in 6 times in the video, so it's pretty awesome. Everyone who is shooting regularly knows that. You had a super slow motion that will give you awesome images from something that is very simple to record, as we tried. You have a 10-bit color gamut that can give you picture that looks like on commercial videos or films. series, so it can be a TV production camera. And I think everyone who records videos, has a smaller or bigger production, and has a few cameras, this is one of the cameras that you might consider having, because all of these features, you cannot find them at the moment in any other camera than this one. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in some other video. Bye.